Hello. Yeah, so right here I have a very much not secret base with a bunch of secret bases inside of it. So, the entrance uses the skulk sensor. This is in the latest snapshot. Woo! Alright, got this living room, if you can even call it that. Balcony. I sounded Australian. Bedroom, that's besides the point. So, let's, just frickin' zip through it. Huh, yeah, this is the only secret room in the entire thing. Nothing else is actually hiding. I don't know why I said there's so many secret rooms in the place, but the only secret rooms behind these paintings right here. There's totally no secret behind here. Like, this will never... Oh my god! Oh yeah, here's where that went. We got this little makeshift camp. Simulation of how humans prefer to live. It's just a little area with a smoker. And a bed. It's like just a simulation of a type of house I built before. It looks pretty cozy. Oh yeah, all these doors are connected to each other. I really like that. Got a blast furnace. Got a cobblestone generator, which I have named in a very Doofenshmirtz fashion, the Coblinator. Okay, so here I can actually show you what happened. What happened when I accessed that was that when I dropped the block on the soul sand, it goes from a minecart. Soul sand is apparently just ever so slightly smaller than a normal block, so I don't even need to have a minecart hopper inside of the block above the hopper. I just drop it on the block above the hopper, goes through it into the dropper, and the dropper, having a comparator next to it, activates itself. Make sure that if you want to have one of these devices to activate a device, you don't spam items in it, because or else it'll just stay on. But anyways, the dropper activates itself with the comparator, shoots into this current, and that there current goes up here using a soul sand block. Soul sand makes updrafts, if you could even call them that, in water, and then goes into this chain of hoppers, which goes into this chest, which is where I took the item out of, and the chest having the comparator next to itself. Comparators basically turn things with items in them into power, so that'll power to here, and there's a button, a warped button there. I can just show you that. But that powers the exact same circuit as this comparator when I put an item in here, turning off that torch, comparator, dust, repeater, torch, door. It's actually really simple. Not simple to someone starting Redstone, of course, but it's quite easy enough to get the hang of. The signs just explain exactly what I just explained to you guys, so I'm not going to go through that again. One thing I'm going to go down here to do, though, is just to show you the... Oh my god, the music's really loud. Hold up. Sorry about that. The music is extremely loud. Music and sounds. Music. Yeah, turn that right the hell down. Alright, it's fine still hearing a little bit of it. So... The things on top of these glass blocks are repeaters, and the same pattern's just repeated over here. But what happened, the pressure plates that I stepped on by the doors, these are like the wooden doors, these are the metal doors into the lab. When you step on a pressure plate, it just activates, it just goes through to the dust behind the repeaters, activating all the doors no matter which one you actually step on. So that's really convenient. Alright, now that that's done and over with, let's go back up to the laboratory room. And then, if you see this area where these two trapdoors intersect, throw this right here, we get lifted down into this. And this is this is actually a lift I got from FedEx Gaming, so you go check him out. I think I might put a link to the tutorial to build this thing in the description, because it is a very awesome thing to have your hidden bases. Okay, so right here, magma blocks, drag you down. Press this button, swaps them out for soul sand, shoots you up. I love that. So let's go spectator mode to show you how this works, guys. So basically, when you press the button, the first thing that it activates, this is pretty important to remember for these things. The first chain that should be activated is the chain where the second pair of pistons will be after the first pair fires. So like if you have any multi-piston extension thing like this, you want the redstone to activate in reverse order, because it also deactivates in the order they activate in. So if they activate in the same order they activate, if the chains activate in the same order that the pistons activate in, then they won't deactivate properly, and you're just left with pistons sitting where you don't want them to be. And it does the same thing in reverse on the other side, and then momentarily resets once the button turns off. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to show you for that. Let's go back into creative and show you what else is hiding in here, guys. There's no item to take out of the chest here. Oh, and down here, I guess I can just show you this. It's just a mine. Nothing special down here. That's why I covered it right up right away. So, this area right here, there's a minecart with a hopper inside of this block. Throw an item on it. And the hopper should carry towards that chest, which is another type of entrance that I will leave a tutorial for in the description, if I remember. Take the basalt up, it goes back up. We have our little jukebox down here. Alrighty. Dude. I hate the sound that makes when you walk on it. That sounds disgusting. Oh, let's put our item in here. Comes back down, take it out, get lifted back up. Now let's go over to the other side. Oh, I just slowed right down for a second there. Throw an item in the symmetrical area to the other one. And it goes to a system that I have right here. It's another one of those droppers that activates itself. This time the system's kind of weird because I had to avoid making contact with the hoppers, but it gets shot straight into an upwards current using soul sand, into a chain of hoppers, into this mechanism over here that opens this door here up. Game mode, creative. And up it goes. And these buttons will set your game mode to whatever you may want it to be. Storm, rain, clear. These teleport you to other rooms. So jukebox, we were there. Mines, we were there. We were to all these places. Yeah, we were. Okay, so let's go on in here. And we have the difficulty room. You're actually right behind the water tank in the farm, and I'll go in spectator mode to prove that to you. So yeah, here's the farm, and then literally just go behind this pretty waterfall, and here's the difficulty room, which we were just teleported to. They all just have command blocks behind, like directly behind each of these blocks are command blocks, so that's pretty simple. So we can it's currently on peaceful, so this won't do anything, but we can set it to easy if we want. We can set it to normal if we want, or if we want, we can set it to hard. But I'm going to leave it on peaceful so mobs don't end up getting in the way. And there's a return button, and it simply takes us back to where we just were. Perfect. So right here, I'm planning on having little dispenser things in here that will like fully equip you with armor, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Oh, and this hall leads just to exactly over there, so might as well go through here just to show it off, because I like it. So, if you turn this specific item frame right here, right there, it opens up a gate right here, and there's a lectern, and it's a rickroll. Yeah. There we go. Next thing in this base. Oh, not even. Hold on. Go up to here. We just have a waterfall, if you can even call it that. Get in here. You just kind of start bouncing. My hands aren't doing anything right now. It's a pretty simple trick. You must have seen it before. So, and come on over to here. We have our little indoor pool. I got some benches, a diving board. What else do you really need, yeah? I didn't have too much space to work with, and you'll see why in a bit. Okay, so yeah, that's all for right here. Now, if you go on either of these shulker boxes, stand on top of it, open it, and it pushes you right through itself. And I love that. I love that so much. It's just light. That's the secret. If I took any further than I did, I would have interrupted the circuit that opens the door to the command center, which was where the weather and stuff was. Anyways, but let's just throw this right here. Woo! Alrighty. Nice. This, I just have a little loom in here. Simple device showcase room. Alright, this is perfect actually, because this is the room that this is the type of door that led in the command center. Of course, it used a very different... Of course, we're seeing it from the back right here. And like, so this is the part that would have been exposed to the wooden room before the command center. But what happens is when this is deactivated, consequentially deactivating this line, what happens is first this deactivates. Actually, no, first this deactivates, deactivating that piston. And then this line deactivates, deactivating the other piston, which leaves you with that. And the carpets are just attached to the slime blocks that draw down. Actually, I guess I used honey blocks here because I found that you can walk faster on honey blocks than you can on slime blocks, and you also don't bounce on honey blocks, so that was extra convenient. So here's my go-to activation device right here, which you've seen me use in many cases. I just use a piston. The first thing I do is just set the minecart with a hopper there. Well, I place a block right here, set down a powered rail, set down a hopper minecart, break the block, getting rid of the rail, which just automatically sets the hopper minecart down the hopper. Then I place the block of choice, which in this case is that, and then just like go up, go down, place a piston, power the piston, it pushes it into the hopper minecart, and it's all still. So when I throw something on top of the block with the hopper minecart on it, the dropper activates itself. That current is fast, goes into that chest, and activates or deactivates, in this case, whatever you want it to. Perfect. Alright, so... Oh, I suppose I can show you... this, right here. Come on into here. And I'll show you what that button does after. Go into here, press to access launchpad. Nice. So if you can come up here with your elytra, shoot yourself up, glide. I don't have elytra on right now. And if you don't want to do that, here's a little button with a command block that'll send you straight back to where you were, guys. So let's up in here, and if you want, I can just crouch myself. Oh, okay. Press that button. Quickly get out of here. Run. And this should open access to our little prison, which I'll probably just... I guess I could teleport players into. I don't know. I haven't worked out a good mechanism for it, but whatever. This button just activates the very same device. Oh, I kind of missed it for a second there. So, next thing, and last but not least, actually, is... Oh, wait, it's not even the last. Place the redstone torch right here. We got our little torch key. Press this button right here. I love that. And... let's launch ourselves up. And I'm not sure what I'll do with this room yet, but it's coming along pretty neat. I really like what I've done with this place. So that's all for that. So, activate that using the button, and to close it, you just close it the exact same way you open it. Just place the redstone torch right there. There it goes. Game mode. Spectator. The very last thing that I want to show you before I give a spectator mode tour of the place, that is, let's game mode creative into our little house right here. If you go behind the staircase, there's actually a button, and if you press it in a few seconds, you'll look at the chat. Something deep within the base has been activated. I love that. It's like ominous. I don't know. So take our item. Just keep heading in the way that we would have headed as it was. That was a terrible throw. Yeet. There we go. Gets sent through the current into the hopper chain. Motherfucker, open. Alright. Take our item out of there. Let's press the button to go into spectator mode. Why not? Okay, so what we just saw there was this, of course. Oh, actually, I showed this to you. And then it goes into the chest. The chest kind of just goes backwards into the redstone torch, which deactivates all this. I suppose I could probably show you how to make one of these in a future video, but I have yet to. Oh, and what that secret something has opened deep within the base, creative, come in here, it opens this. And finding the button was the easy part. Quest. Find these coordinates, dig straight down. And I've set up a little, and I actually set up an area, which, and I like how it just so happens to be at Z0. Like, that was actually completely unintentional. And I find that really awesome. So, let's, oh yeah, this is another one of those mechanisms from earlier. Oh, I love that. Okay, so let's put ourselves back into spectator mode. So I can back right up and just show you this place, guys. Oh, and this is the place where if you dug straight down to the coordinates mentioned in those books, you would eventually fall into an area that just says it was never, that just surrounds you with it was never worth it, it was never worth it, it was never worth it. But this says it's not your destination, for John. Keep going, and you'll land right in this water. And when you open this chest, there's a sword inside of it. And when you take the sword, it deactivates this, which activates this command block, teleporting you in here, which fully equips you with armor and a shield all at once. And then, after a 4-tick delay, activates a command block, teleporting you into here, which equips you with your ranged weapons and stuff like your bow and stuff like that, your food or whatever. And then, after a short delay, after the repeater spams a little, because it activates a little spammy mechanism, which makes the repeater rapid fire, and then it'll teleport you directly above this end portal, and you fall into the end. Let's actually creative mode into here. Let's actually, game mode creative and go into here, so I can show you what I actually have in the end for this little quest line, I guess. Alrighty. You can go up here. If it's off, you go to the end city. If it's on, you exit the end. So it's off right now. So of course we'll go into the end city. I guess it could. This area could be a little bit more aesthetic, but like, oh jeez, that is really loud. I'm so sorry. Okay, this minecart's way too slow. Sheesh. Okay, so here we have our little bridge. That's pretty fucking cool. And that's all I actually have in the end city dimension. So let's go on in here. Now let's just exit the end. Oh. Fall in through here. And of course we'll spawn back in our bedroom. So let's go in spectator mode and maybe show you some of the redstone. Actually, I'll just post links to build some of the other stuff if it's not my invention, because this is from FedEx Gaming, as is the this fucker right here. So I'll try putting things in here, but this thing right here is my own invention, and I think I'll actually make a tutorial for it in a video, because I watched a Zizuma Void tutorial for how to build this little thing right here, and I combined it with a dropper hopper T flip-flop, which is another relatively simple device, and then it just leads into a half Jeb door, which is actually really simple, guys, but of course you won't be able to eyeball it, so I might make a tutorial for it in a future video. But you know what? You know what, guys? Look at my little lobster head. Okay, you know what? That's all I'll be showing you for today, so there's not really too much else to say. So, that's it. I hope you guys took something from this. So, I just hope you like the base, because I wasn't really telling you very much. But, yeah! Bye.